Yeah.
Hello and welcome back. I am your host. I'm excited to have Aditi as a co founder. We are really happy to have Dr. Vandana Singh with us today. Dr. Vandana Singh, we love your journey from you.
Sure. Thank you, Nandini, and thank you, Aditi, for having me on your podcast. And what would you like to know about me? I'm as human as both of you, as normal as both of you, or as abnormal as we can be in certain circumstances, because at the end of the day, we are all human. A little bit about me. My name is Dr. Vandana Singh, and I have a forces background. My father comes from the armed forces, and my daughter also now is in the armed forces. So I have been brought up in a very disciplined armed forces background. In my 16 years of schooling, which is up to class 12th, I changed 15 schools. I am the one who changed 15 schools. So for me, nothing was about being in one place, in one school. Everything was about change at a very, very young age of my life. But that change gave me a very rich experience and a rich exposure to world. Because when my father would be posted, he would be posted for 1.5, maximum 2 years, 1.5 years in a place. Then I would be moved to another school. So before I could make a friend, there was time to say bye bye and go to a new place and make a new friend. So, and then I had to catch up with the syllabus. Somewhere I remember I had reached chapter 6 in history, but when I reached the other school, they're already on chapter 9. So, so that life teaches you to be fiercely independent. It teaches you to adapt to the change of the surrounding, and it gives you immense power with the experience to grow. So that's a little bit of me on the personal side. On the professional side, I have spent close to 3 decades, 28 years with the aviation industry, you could say 30 years. I always wanted to be a fighter pilot. At that time, of course, they wouldn't take women in the armed forces unless you wanted to join the medical stream or the education stream. And therefore, I followed my dream to be a fighter pilot via the commercial aviation route. And I started my career with an airline as a cabin crew. But soon enough, I realized that my calling is something deeper, because when I would stand in the cabin and I would see the passengers coming in, on the other side of the aircraft, I would see the cargo that was loading and the pallets that were going in. And I used to look at them with curiosity, because I knew, okay, one of the pallets is having all the passenger baggage, but what about all those cartons going in? What about all those packages going in? And then I said, I find that passenger cargo which does not speak, I find that very interesting. I want to do that. But the only thing on that side I would see is men in dangris, hefty men, and I would only see that. Then I would tell myself, this is what I want to do. I don't want to lift the baggage, but I want to get involved in the exports and imports of the world, which is all the economy of the world, and I am going to do it. That's when I changed my gear and moved from passenger side to the cargo side. And what a grand journey it has been for me. And I am very happy that I'm able to empower women to come forward in supply chain, logistics, and aviation cargo. And I am very, very proud of, taking this legacy forward. Over to you both. Over to
Thank
you.
you, Vandana Singh, to sharing your beautiful journey with us. I think we can be inspired to learn something new and move on with a new journey. And let's drive into fear, failure, and success, which we all have daily life, which happens. Aditi, anything to add?
I wanted Ivan just like for like what is fear to you guys? Because like fear for me is how do you say I am not able to success in things like in anything I want. If I am scared of something, I don't have the courage to do it. Like this podcast, I was scared whether I'm able to do it or not. And sometimes in my family, I am not able to share it because like other things we are discuss like other things we can discuss, but like in general and fear, failure, everything, I'm not able to discuss it at home. What is your opinion on fear?
Okay. First of all, once again, thank you for having me. And I say that you have chosen such a wonderful, such a real topic. And this is all coming from the heart. So, what I would like to tell you that this theme speaks something which is deeply human, like you said, Aditi. It's deeply human. Fear, failure, and success. These are not experiences that we should hide, in my view. These are natural parts of life. This comes naturally in life. Yet, of course, I agree with you that society celebrates success, avoids failure, and it silences fear. That's true. But the real growth begins when we understand all of these three aspects together. Always remember, since I come from the aviation industry, an aircraft takes off against the wind. When an aircraft takes off, as Henry Ford quoted, it goes against the wind. Remember, when there is turbulence, if you still steer in that path, you know there will be turbulence. But then the aircraft gets steady again. Turbulence is a part of life. And what better than to learn it from an aviator or from the aviation industry or from an aviation expert like me? Turbulence is a proof that you are moving forward. If you feel afraid, I think you're growing. If you have failed, I think you're learning. And if you have succeeded, I think you're being called to a greater responsibility. That's how I look at it. Therefore, fear is not weakness, and failure is not identity. Success is not the destination. Your growth is the real goal. I always say this, and I spoke recently in a TED talk to IIT students recently, about a month back. I think it was in January sometime. And I always said, let fear walk beside you if it must, but never let it lead your journey. You keep taking your steps forward. Courage and fear can walk alongside. Let it walk with you, but keep marching ahead. This is the way I look at it. So, fear is not the enemy, it is a signal that we are stepping beyond the familiar. That's about it. It always comes before action, but then the action has to happen. And failure happens during learning, but that's a part of growth. That's a part of growing up. Unless you go through that experience, how will you know? That's the way I look at it. To me, failure is feedback. Simply feedback that look, this is where I went wrong. This is what I need to do. This is how I need to avoid it. And I will succeed. But one thing I have learned in life, never ever give up. Keep moving forward. Every day is a new day. It's like when I walked into the cargo industry, I was the only woman in the room, meaning in a conference room, I was the only woman. Many times they would ask me to stand outside. And if I would come up with some idea, somebody would scowl, somebody would frown, somebody would look at me like that. What is she talking? And I would tell myself, have I taken the wrong step? And then I would tell myself, no, I haven't. My aim is to show up every day, show up every month, show up every year, keep learning, keep on moving forward. And that's exactly what I did, which has brought me to where I am today. And everybody knows me. I have come to a stage now that today I had gone somewhere that people actually come and say, can we take a selfie with you? We know you. So that makes you understand that look, we've gone through the same thing. We've all gone through the same thing. It's just that let that fear walk with you. Tell yourself, I am courage. This is fear. It is walking with me. When you accept the worst, then the best happens. Over to you.
For me, fail, and success is different. For me, to start something new, I feel very fear that this is going to be successful. What I have started with a new, because if I want to do something, my family, not my own family, cousins say you can't do it, but you are not able to do it, but you have fear inside. People let down your fear also, as well your failure also. They make you fail so easily that you can't do something new to reach that successful. You need to struggle. Is that so why people say that fear, failure, success is different out of it? Because for me, fear is like to start something new and I don't successful in that. So I don't know why it's make me to not do courage. I'll get less of my courage to start something new. For me, is fear and failure, success this at this point.
Nandini Margo, what are you doing right now?
It's not
You are
correct.
doing you're doing a podcast. And Nandini, try to take yourself a few years back and where you were then and where you are now. At my time, there was a script for girls. I'm telling you about my time. The script for girls was look down, don't look up, accept your limits, don't cross boundaries. Aviation is not for women. Choose something simpler. You're talking about aviation cargo. Have you lost your head? Think about something. Okay, go become a teacher. Okay, I have nothing against teachers because teachers are our gurus. But these are things that were the script for women. Similarly, when you tread into something new, you always have fear. But that at the end of the day, women are multitasks. Women are able to do different things simultaneously. Women are able to work, women are able to be a sister, be a mother, be a wife, manage their house, manage their office, and yet keep smiling. That is the beauty of being a woman. And that's how, if you see, women now are becoming astronauts, women are fighting wars, women are sitting at the border, women are firing guns, women are getting into rockets, women are just doing everything, everything that is possible, from research, from scientists to all of it. Women are the best journalists in the world, I would say. And that is why I question that why do we say there should that March 8th is Women's Day? When is Men's Day? I want to ask. No. Why? Women's Day should be celebrated every day. Why only March 8th? And why is it that somebody in an interview told me, Dr. Vandana Singh, are you a feminist? And that was a gentleman asking me last year from a TV channel. And I said, are you a manist? Feminist? Are you a menist? There is no word in dictionary called menist. Then why do you call me a feminist? Just because women want equality, women stand up for equality, that you have this word? So we talk about fear, failure, and success in the same way. Everything is a part of being human, and everything is very real and it has to be felt. And I'm sure you both are feeling it right now. As you're talking to me, you're feeling that courage. You're feeling that motivation. Even though it's momentary, you're feeling that success. And that is what it is about. Over to you.
But normally success is glorified sometimes. Like anyway, fear is hidden and those kind of. Why can't people be happy even if I supposedly I fail or I fear something? Why can't society or people accept it?
Good question. So I'm going to say something. So I'm going to answer this to you. You know, silence can sometimes hurt more than disagreement. Unspoken thoughts and emotions build pressure within us. Honest expression creates clarity, strengthens relationships, and protects our mental well being. What remains unspoken does not disappear. You agree with me? It accumulates, right? So we must therefore, right, like you said, redefine success. We must redefine success. Society, as you said, often shapes success through status, through, titles and external validation. That's how that's how the society shapes success. But real success, it is deeply personal. It is fulfillment, purpose, and it is your inner alignment with yourself. Now I'll give you another quote. When your life is on course with its purpose, you are your own most powerful. When your life is on course with its purpose, you are your own most powerful. Therefore, success that impresses others but empties you within is not success. We prepare for achievement, but rarely prepare for the emotions that follow it. Think about it. Success brings expectations, pressure, of course, and responsibility. But without emotional readiness, achievement can feel isolating rather than fulfilling. Achievement can feel isolating rather than fulfilling. Therefore, emotional awareness is as important as accomplishment. I hope you've understood what I've said.
Yes.
Right. Therefore, I'll say one more thing. For many women, fear is conditioned very early in our lives. Failure is criticized. Success is questioned. Success is not even applauded, it's questioned. अरे भाई इसको सक्सेस कैसे हो गया? This affects the confidence and the choices of us as human beings. But when women or when a woman moves beyond that fear, they do more than succeed. They change what is possible for other women and others. This is the mantra to follow. When a woman rises beyond that fear, she expands that horizon for everyone. And I think to certain extent, I have been able to achieve that milestone in life. Over to you.
When I see the society and my society, when I where I stay, people say that fear that other people is going very successes, you not doing it, your courage gets very less. Because I have been seeing if it comes and compare, your sister's doing so well, why can't you do? Because you are very weak, fear, failure. So you have reached that goal, you reach that successful. They have the expected that we should also reach that successful life in that society, as well the family also expect the same thing. Is that so that society and family want that children should be the same as the elder one are doing? How so that possible?
See, again, there comes a stage in life when you got to measure your own self, what you are capable of. And as the saying goes, to look how far you have come, just look behind and you'll see how far you have reached in life. So, as I said, when your life is on course with its purpose, you are your own most powerful as a human being. People will talk, people will compare, but it is how you tell yourself, your inner self, this is where I find peace. This is who I am. I am not running a competition band wheel, I'm not in a competition place. If I compete, I compete with myself, my own abilities, my own capabilities, what I can do and what I cannot do. What others say doesn't matter because people will always say whether you, as I said, if you succeed, they will say, oh, how did she succeed? So, Dr. Vandana Singh getting so much limelight, becoming a public figure, how did she do it? Women always questioned like this. And yes, when it comes to siblings, it's normal. There is sibling rivalry. There is also certain siblings who do better than the others. But when you have confidence in your own abilities and yourself, you stop bothering about others. You say, I compete with myself. This is how I am. If I am slow, I am this slow. I am happy with my pace. I am happy with my success. And I think where I have reached is what success is. This is what defines me. And then let others say what they want to say. Let that not shape your mind. Because always, as I said, you have come this far, not to come just this far. Just look behind and see how far you have come. That's the way to think. That is a positive mindset. People are there to keep on questioning you. Let them question you. That also means that they are interested in you, that they are thinking something, that there is something in Nandini Mago, there is something in Aditi Singh, there is something in Dr. Vandana Singh. That is why they are asking. Good. That is why they are behind you and asking. Don't you think so?
I
Over
think
to you.
so.
Can like some people have dreams, certain dreams, but can those dreams can be destroyed because of fear and failure, or they might not be able, or there's situations like financial anything. Why is that?
That's again very human. See, again, it is strength of your own character that defines you. The strength of your own character. If you are weak and you are in the company of weak people who completely devastate and demotivate you, then obviously you cannot come out of that uh, shackles. You have to break those shackles and come out of that, because you have to define yourself. You are you. You are an individual. You are not owned by somebody who says this is right and that is wrong and you can't do this, so get lost. No, it doesn't work like that. And as I said, fear, failure, and success are all part of the same pan. You have to have everything and move ahead. If there is no failure, how will you move ahead? How will you know what was right and what was wrong? How will you learn from your experience? These things are very important, and fear is normal. Don't you think a soldier standing at the border is thinking, oh God, the next bullet is going to hit me and I'm going to kill, I'm going to die. Goodbye, everybody. But the soldier is still marching because his inner self is telling him that I have to do this. So be a soldier of your life. पीछे मुड़ के देखो तो ये देखो कि हम कहाँ तक आ गए हैं. देखो हमने क्या क्या कर लिया है. And take a bow. Be happy about it. Be thankful about it. That's what life is about. Fear surrounds all of us, is with us. You just have to take it with you. चलो आप भी चलो हमारे साथ. And march. Keep it simple. Don't stress yourself. Don't over expect. Don't overthink. And everything will be right. What
I
else?
I have been noticing that I'm also working in a company. When
Mm-hmm.
you doing so very well, and at some point you come and your fear hits you back and you start making mistakes, and the other people around you accept that this girl is having issue or the guy having issues, she's not able to reach that. When you reach a successful level, so people love to drag you back down where you were before. Because I've been noticing that, and I've been seeing in a lot of companies and father also, that you get let down in a lot of ways, that you're reaching a successful way and you're working so hard to reach some point to make place, but you people are so jealous that you why you getting so successful, this girl should be down or the guy should be. Is that in every company or is because of fear, failure, success? How is that been around?
First of all, it's very, very real. You face it everywhere. In my last company, Saudi Arabian Airlines, I was the only woman in the board of directors, and that too a foreign woman, and that too an Indian woman, and rest were all the men. This is normal. This happens everywhere. And what you say, Nandini, it applies to all. But again, it is your inner strength, and to tell yourself, this is how who I am, this is where I am, and this is how I will keep learning every day and I will keep growing no matter what. This is what it is about. If you continue to move in this path, then nobody can stop you. People will talk, people will question, people will try to pull you down. It's common, we talk of a crab mentality, where one crab catches the leg of another crab and keeps pulling that crab down, not letting that crab climb up. But that mentality is there everywhere. It's not common to you. It's not uncommon, as we speak to you or to Aditi or to myself or several other people, men and women working. It is a common thing, but it's a part of your growth. It's a part of the strategy of life for growth as far as your career is concerned, also as a part of your personality as it shapes up to take more turbulence in life. I come back to turbulence. The more the turbulence, the stronger you become. You have heard कि सोना भी आग में घुल घुल के बनता है. सोना बनने के लिए the gold has to go through fire. So you have to understand that that is how life is. That is how you learn and that is how you shape up. It's very real and it is very common. But keep marching and keep moving forward. This is my message to you.
But is it like better to be silent in those situations or like speak up?
It depends on the situation. If you want to ignore it, you ignore it. Why do you want to justify anything? You don't need to
But
justify
some
when
people need justifications.
then no. Who? Which people? Your authority? Your authority is asking you for justification, then you can respond. Well, this is what I have done. This is how I have done this work. This is the strategy I have followed. And if you have something better to suggest, please tell me. I will take that into consideration for the future. This is what I thought was the best step forward, and that is why I took it. However, if you feel this was not the best way forward, then please guide me, please mentor me, please tell me what better could be done so that next time we can do this better as a team. This is how you talk. You look at cricket. If every individual start playing for themselves, then we will win no match. It has to be a team effort.
Teamwork.
The whole team has to do it in order to win. One person cannot do it. Otherwise, there'll be gross infighting happening. You cannot play. You learn from sport. Sport teaches you this. That is why we say sportsman spirit. You win some, you lose some. As simple as that. And you have to enjoy it all. You see a game of tambola, you win one day, you lose one day. Somebody else wins, you have to congratulate that person. That's the way it is. You can't have everything in life, you have a mix of everything. That's what a meal is about. When you are served a meal, it has some 2, 3 different ingredients, different cuisines. Compare it to cuisine, compare it to sport, and that's what life is about. Back to you.
When we try achieving something to
Mhm.
in success, what would the steps would be taken to reach that success? What steps can be taken to reach that success with fear and failure?
First of all, there is no shortcut to success. There never was, there never will be. I've spent about 30 years. I've started from an operations executive and slowly moved my way up to sales, to marketing, to import sales. Then I have moved to assistant manager, manager, uh, overall area manager, regional manager, director, global director. I have worked my way through it. So there is no shortcut to success. You have to have learned from experience and keep moving forward. Because if you take the shortcut to success, then you always fall like a typical snakes and ladder story. You can't just climb like that. It has to be hard work, it has to be dedication, it has to be focus, it has to be learning from experience. I don't call it failure. And it has to be, every day you learn something new. I learn something new from you today, you learn something new from me today. Knowledge is a never ending space, knowledge is a never ending sphere. You look at it like that, and remember there is no shortcut in life. That's what it is.
But
Aditi,
is it like just to interrupt, is the long way correct if you want success? Is taking the long way, meaning like you learn something from the long way instead of the short path?
First of all, you
because
define the
I just want to add in this that people find the shortcut, then reaching taking the longer way, but it takes long time to reach that success. So people find a way for like shortcuts go to reach that successful part. But I feel you should take a longer p- patch to reach that success because you enjoy every moment. What I personally feel.
Absolutely. See, you have to savor every moment, you have to enjoy every moment. If you take shortcut, you have momentary success. You fall down again because you don't have that experience. You don't know if that happens, what could be the cause and effect? Or if that did not happen, what would have happened? So, unless you are a master of the game and you know your work inside out, you cannot succeed. You will definitely falter somewhere. And people who take shortcuts in life never achieve success. So there is hard work, there is dedication, and there is focus. And then when everything is there, nobody can question you. Nobody can question your knowledge. They know I am talking to such and such, and this person knows this subject inside out. When they know that they know the person sitting opposite them knows everything, then they know that person cannot be taken for a walk in the park. They know that person has the knowledge and that knowledge should not be questioned. Again, I come give you the example of armed forces. Let's take the example of armed forces. Can a lieutenant become a colonel and then suddenly a lieutenant general? No, you cannot.
Not
A
possible.
lieutenant, a lieutenant becomes a captain becomes a major becomes a lieutenant colonel, a lieutenant colonel becomes a full colonel, a colonel becomes a brigadier becomes a major general, and a major general becomes a lieutenant general. That's how it is. You have to earn your stripes. You have to earn your colors. You have to earn your medals. There is no shortcut to that. And that is what is called experience. I hope I have been able to answer
Yeah.
all your questions,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So,
Before
thank you for
we
having me. Yeah.
before we wrap up things, for me, what do you like to leave a message to our audience and our channel that they can learn and we can also learn today? I think I learned so much about fear, failure, and success, which I'm going to take it with me and I'm going to run with that. So I want you to leave something which you have learned till your 30 years that we can learn more and make it as achieve.
Okay. So, take this message from me. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage only whispers. Show up again tomorrow. Show up every day after day, year after year, and success will always follow you. Remember, not all impact is visible. Not all leadership stands at the front. True change often happens quietly driven by purpose, perseverance, and a heart. That's my message to you.
Aditi, would you want to add something into this?
I think I've learned a lot. I think so. I've taken a lot of lessons from this video and thoughts, which I might use it later on in my life and I might remember this.
Remember one more thing. Vision is not what your eyes can see, it is what your soul refuses to let go. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for having me on your show, and God bless you both.
Thank you
Thank you.
for sharing your beautiful journey with us that I think we have learned. And thank you so much, Dr. Vandana Singh, spending some time with us, sharing your point of views with us about fear, fail, and success. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's an honor for me. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much.